Hi, Alex here from Rebeloper.com, and in this video I am going to show you how to create an Xcode project to receive AdMob banner ads. And not just AdMob banner ads, we will create it for interstitial ads and reward-based video ads too. So without further ado, let's get started. And here we are in our AdMob console, and the first thing you need to do is download the resources I have prepared for you. So go ahead and scroll down and see the link below, and you will be taken to my site where you can just simply add access. You just need to add your first name, last name and email address and grant yourself access to the resources. Once you have added access, you will be taken to our special offer, and hold on and bear with me, I will just scroll down a little bit, and here you will find all that you need to know about the tribe and why you should definitely join the tribe, my flagship product and subscription. You can get it now for 66% of discount. Go ahead and scroll down, and of course inside the tribe you will see much more like these videos and tutorials. So if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. After that you will receive an email, and you will see that you can go to rebeloper.com/YouTube resources, or just rebeloper.com my loot, where you can find everything that you have from Rebeloper. And I will just go there now, and here you will see a button called YouTube resources. So go ahead and click on that. Let's wait for it to load, and here you will see that you will be able to download the AdMob resources. Now you don't have to download the AdMob resources, you can just follow along the tutorial and type in the code yourself, but give yourself a favor and do download them. It will make your life much easier, and you will be able to replicate this code snippets. You will see later on, you will be able to add these codes in your other projects too in a matter of seconds. So go ahead, let's just download our AdMob resources and let's just unpack them. And let's see what we have here. First of all, we have our AdMob tutorial code snippets, and here we have a bunch of snippets that we are going to add to our Xcode, and we have a main storyboard file and a pod file. We will talk about these two later on. For now, let's just add our code snippets to Xcode, so we may get those extra seconds, we may add those codes in a matter of seconds. So what you need to do is go ahead and go to users, Rebeloper, your username of course, not Rebeloper, library, developer, Xcode, and user data. So again, users, your username, library, developer, Xcode, user data, and inside this library, this folder. And once again, one more thing. If you can't see your library folder because this library folder is hidden, go ahead and in Finder, the menu, click on Go and tap on your Options key, and your library folder should appear when you click on the Alt or Options key. So once you are in the user's data, go ahead and create a new folder if it hasn't already been created, called Code Snippets. Okay, and all you need to do is copy all of these code snippets, and let's copy these out and paste them here. Okay, next up is to quit Xcode if you already have Xcode open, and now let's just open up Xcode again. Okay, and I have already open Xcode here, and let's see if the code snippets, let me just drag this up, if the code snippets have appeared. And let's see, AdMob, and here we have our code snippets that we will use in our AdMob tutorial. Okay, next up is to create our Xcode project that we will use for this tutorial. So let's go to File, New, Project, and let it be a single view application. Let's click on Next, and let's give it a name. And I like to not to add any spaces or funny characters. Let it be just YouTube AdMob, one word with camel case capitalization, and that's it. And of course we will use Swift as the language. And as you can see, yes, the bundle identifier is com.rebeloper.youtube.admob, as we have set up in the AdMob dashboard. Okay, when we have linked our app to the Firebase console. And I will just drop this here on my desktop. I will not create a Git repository because this is just for learning purposes for this tutorial, and I have created it. Okay, good stuff here. Now let's go over back to the downloaded resources, and you will see a Main.storyboard. So what is this Main.storyboard? This is a starter project for you. As you can see, the Main.storyboard in the original Xcode project is just a plain old simple storyboard. So I will just go ahead and show it in Finder, and now I will just replace it. So I will just copy it and paste the new storyboard, and of course replace it. And let's see our new storyboard. As you can see, I already have 2 buttons and 1 banner view. Here is where our AdMob banner will be shown. Good stuff. Okay. And finally, we are going to add the necessary pods, AdMob pods, that are required to show an AdMob ad at all. And we are going to do it through CocoaPods, of course, because I don't really like to drag and drop libraries into my project, and those are static and cannot be easily updated. So I advise you to use CocoaPods. So what you need to do is close the current Xcode and then navigate to your root folder, and that is YouTube AdMob here on my desktop. Now open up Terminal. Okay, and let me just make this a little bit bigger with Command+. Okay, and now we are going to change directory to our root folder. So type in cd and a space, and just simply drag and drop your folder, the root folder of your project, into Terminal and hit return. And we are inside our project. Next up is to initialize a pod file. Of course, you need to have CocoaPods installed. If you haven't done already so, then go ahead and search for CocoaPods. Okay, and this is it, cocoapods.org, and just scroll down, and inside Terminal just type in sudo gem install CocoaPods. But I also have a playlist detailing all of the terminal CocoaPods stuff on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and find those too. So let's go back, and inside Terminal just type in pod init and hit return. This will create a pod file, and let's take a look at our folder here. And as you can see, a pod file has been created. Now, we need to add our specifications for the pods in our pod file. So I will just open it with Xcode. Okay, just dragged and dropped it into the icon. And now under the pods for YouTube AdMob, you need to add 2 pods. And those are, let me just go back to our pod file that we have downloaded and opened that up to, here it is on the right. And here we have pod Firebase Core and pod Firebase AdMob. Let's just simply copy and paste these 2 pods here. Delete this pound sign, so the platform should be 9 and above. Okay, now let's close the example pod file and then save our new pod file. And now that we have saved the pod file, now it's time to install them. So pod install. Okay, and it is downloading dependencies and installing everything that is needed. Let's wait for it. Of course, this may take a while, but after that, you should have installed all of the dependencies like so. And if you go back to your Finder, you will see, let me just go back, in our Xcode project, near our Xcode project has been created an Xcode Workspace. So from now on, as the terminal says, please close any current Xcode sessions and use the Xcode Workspace for this project for now on. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to open each and every time this Xcode Workspace, and this is where we are going to work. So here are our pods, and here is our pod file and our pods that have been downloaded and installed, and here is our project. And as you can see, we have our main storyboard and our view controller. Okay, and of course the app delegate and all of the other launch screen storyboard and info plist file. And as a last step to conclude the setup of our Xcode project, we are going to drag and drop that Google info plist file, Google services info plist file. So go ahead and go to your downloads and select your Google services info plist file and just drag and drop it here. Make sure copy items if needed is checked and create groups, and YouTube AdMob is selected, checked as a target. Now let's click on finish. Okay, and now let's take a look at it. And here, as you can see, we have all of the metadata that our AdMob SDK or Firebase SDK, you may call it whatever you like, needs in order to connect with the Google servers and show you those nice ads. Okay, that is what the Google Service info plist file is for. And now we are ready to write some code, but that will be the topic of another episode. So that is how you can set up, and it's really easy to set up your Xcode project to receive Google AdMob ads. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and click on the little icon, and if you didn't, that other button seems to work okay too, or you may share this video with your friends. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It really helps a lot, and I will see you in the next one.